There was once a water carrier named Arya. He was 17 years old and he lived at a small Buddhist monastery, nestled between a river and a bamboo forest, where he had been sent by his family to study under the great teacher Master Chen. Every morning before sunrise, Arya's first task was to carry water from the river back to the monastery. He did this with a simple wooden yoke across his shoulders, a curved pale brown wooden beam, worn smooth from years of use, with one clay pot hanging from each end. The pot on his right side was perfect, round and smooth, reddish-brown terracotta, uncracked and clean. It always arrived at the monastery completely full. The pot on his left side was cracked. A thin hairline fracture ran from its rim all the way to its base, and by the time Arya reached the monastery after his long walk along the river path, it was only half full. Every drop that had leaked out had fallen uselessly onto the path. For 2 full years, this had been happening. Every single morning. And every single morning, the cracked pot felt the same thing. Shame. One morning, after Arya had finished pouring the water and was returning the pots to their place beside the stone well in the courtyard, the cracked pot spoke. Now in this story, the pot could speak, not loudly, not in a way the whole monastery could hear, only to Arya, and only because Arya had learned to listen very carefully to quiet things. Master Chen had taught him that. "I am sorry," the cracked pot said. Arya stopped walking and looked down at the pot in his hand. "Sorry for what?" he asked. "For failing you," the pot said. "Every morning you carry me all the way from the river. You walk that long path, up the hill, through the monastery gate, and I arrive only half full. The perfect pot delivers everything it carries. I deliver half. I am a defective pot. I am a waste of your effort. You should replace me." Arya looked at the cracked pot for a long moment. He did not know what to say, because the truth was, he had thought the same thing himself. Many times, he had looked at the cracked pot and felt frustration. He had wondered why Master Chen had never replaced it. He had sometimes felt embarrassed carrying it, watching the water trail away behind him on the path. So instead of answering, he went to find Master Chen. He found the old monk sitting under the large ancient Bodhi tree in the monastery courtyard, its wide-spreading branches casting dappled light across the smooth grey stone floor, heart-shaped dark green leaves barely moving in the morning air. Master Chen, a 70-year-old Buddhist monk, thin-build, completely bald head, deep kind eyes with many wrinkles, wearing simple saffron orange robe, plain wooden walking staff resting beside him, was drinking tea from a small clay cup and watching a bird hop along one of the roots of the Bodhi tree. "Master," Arya said, sitting across from him on the stone floor, "the cracked pot is ashamed. It says it has been failing me for 2 years. It says you should replace it with a perfect pot." Master Chen looked at the bird for another moment. Then he set down his cup. He said. "That was all." "Is that all you have to say?" Arya asked. Master Chen smiled, the slow, unhurried smile of someone who is in absolutely no rush to explain anything. "Tomorrow morning," he said, "when you walk to the river, I want you to notice the path." "The path?" Arya said. "The path," Master Chen said, and he picked up his tea again. The next morning, Arya woke before sunrise as always. He stepped out of his small, simple room, stone walls, thin cotton mat, the worn leather satchel on its iron hook, and made his way through the monastery gate onto the narrow, winding dirt path beside the river. The water was clear and shallow, moving quietly over smooth grey and brown stones. Green bamboos stood tall and dense on the far bank, their tops swaying very gently in the early morning air. Arya placed the wooden yoke across his shoulders, the smooth, pale brown wood, worn from years of use. Hooked the perfect pot on the right side, and the cracked pot, with its thin hairline fracture and its faded water stain along the base, on the left. And then he walked. But this time, he looked at the path. On the left side of the path, the side where the cracked pot hung and dripped, there were flowers, small clusters of wildflowers, tiny yellow ones and small white ones, with thin petals growing between the river stones and the grass, all along the left side of the path. A whole trail of color, stretching from the river all the way to the monastery gate. The right side of the path, where the perfect pot hung, was bare, just dirt and stones. Arya stopped walking. He stood very still on the path, looking at the flowers on the left side, then at the bare earth on the right. The river ran quietly beside him. A bird called somewhere in the bamboo. And something began to open in his chest, something he did not yet have a word for. When Arya returned to the monastery that morning, he went straight to the Bodhi tree courtyard. Master Chen was already there, standing at the stone well in the corner, drawing water. "I saw the flowers," Arya said. Master Chen nodded slowly, pulling the rope hand over hand, the wooden crossbeam of the well creaking softly. "I planted those seeds 2 years ago," the old monk said. "On the left side of the path, the side where the cracked pot walks." He set the water pail down on the stone floor. "I knew the pot was cracked," he said. "I always knew. I chose it specifically because it was cracked." Arya stared at him. "Every morning for 2 years," Master Chen continued, his deep, kind eyes steady and unhurried. "That pot has been watering those seeds. It did not know it was doing this. It thought it was failing. It thought every drop it lost was a drop wasted." He walked slowly to the edge of the courtyard, his worn brown sandals quiet on the stone, his wooden walking staff in hand, and looked out through the gate toward the river path. "But I have used those flowers to decorate this monastery. I have used them to make medicine for sick visitors. I have placed them on the altar every morning for 2 full years." He paused. All of it because of what the cracked pot thought was its flaw. Arya looked at the cracked pot in his hand, the thin hairline fracture, the faded stain, the worn rope handle. "So it was never failing?" he said quietly. "It was doing exactly what it was made to do," Master Chen said. "It simply did not know it yet." Master Chen walked back to the Bodhi tree and sat beneath it slowly, settling onto the stone floor with the careful movement of a very old man, his saffron robe folding around him, his wooden staff resting across his knees. Arya sat across from him. "We're all cracked pots," the old monk said simply. He let those words sit in the air for a moment, the way he always did, like he was giving them time to find the right place in each listener. "Every person you have ever met, every person who has ever told you they were not good enough, not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough, every person who has ever looked at their own life and seen only what they failed to carry, only the water they spilled, only the distance between what they were and what they thought they should be." He picked up a small fallen leaf from the ground beside him, a heart-shaped body leaf, dark green with a long pointed tip, and turned it slowly in his weathered fingers. The perfect pot delivered water. That is all it ever did. It arrived full. It departed empty. It did its task and nothing more. He set the leaf down. But the cracked pot, without knowing, without trying, without even meaning to, grew a garden. Arya was quiet for a long time. Outside the monastery, the river ran on. The bamboo swayed. The wildflowers on the left side of the path stood in their small yellow and white clusters, moving slightly in the morning breeze, entirely unbothered by the question of whether they were perfect. "What if I never find out what my crack is for?" Arya asked. Master Chen looked at him with his deep, kind, wrinkled eyes. Arya carried water for 3 more years at that monastery. Every morning, he walked the narrow path beside the river. The clear water over smooth stones, the bamboo swaying on the far bank, the wildflowers along the left side stretching all the way to the gate. He never replaced the cracked pot. And the cracked pot, once it understood what its leaking had been building all along, never felt shame again. Not once. The cracked pot story is your story. Every flaw you have been trying to fix, every way you have looked at yourself and decided you were not enough, not talented enough, not confident enough, not put together enough, and felt the quiet, exhausting shame of arriving somewhere only half full. You have been walking a path, and on the side where you leak, on the side where you feel most imperfect, most exposed, most certain that you are failing, something has been growing. You may not be able to see it yet from where you're standing, but someone else can. Someone whose day became a little brighter because of the way you listen. Not perfectly, but completely. Someone who felt less alone because you admitted that you were struggling too. Someone who found the courage to try because they watched you keep going, even when you were not sure you could. Your crack is not the problem. Your crack is the point. The world does not need more perfect pots. The world has enough of those, smooth and full and efficient and empty by the end of the day, having delivered exactly what was expected and nothing more. The world needs the cracked ones, the ones who spill a little kindness as they walk, the ones who leak honesty into every conversation, the ones who drip courage without even realizing they are doing it. You are not a failed version of a perfect pot. You are exactly the vessel you were always meant to be. And somewhere along the path, you have already walked, in places you have long forgotten, in moments you never thought to count. There is a garden growing because of you, because of your crack. Nobody is perfect, but everyone is exactly enough.